How can I begin to explain the true magic of Mardi Gras and Carnival season to a non-New Orleanian? And how can I begin to explain the true magic of what it's like to marry another magical, creative person on the most magical and creative of days? Rather than simply tell you, I'll show you our story. Andy and I first met many years ago through a mutual friend group and band of weirdos when we were both dating other people. We reconnected at the right time and moment in our lives. Andy Reynolds is my perfect creative match. He's a poet, author, sculptor, and puppeteer. He creates polymer clay sculpting tutorials and writes robot love poetry here on YouTube.
I'm going to write you so many love poems. You have no idea.
Nearly a year ago, while living out of state after lightning struck our apartment building, we found ourselves missing most of Carnival season in New Orleans, and I pitched an idea to Andy. What if we got married on Mardi Gras Day next year? To me, a big part of Mardi Gras in New Orleans is the creativity, the costuming, the celebration of joy and life. We got to work planning our very own DIY Mardi Gras wedding. There would be no official venue, just a celebration in the streets of the French Quarter. We would each have a costume theme, true to our own personality. Andy would invoke the forest spirits, and he spent weeks sewing leaves, flowers, and butterflies onto his wedding cloak. My costume theme was Miami Vice, a nod to one of my all-time favorite television shows. I ordered a handmade linen suit to cosplay Don Johnson's character, Sonny Crockett, and we crafted a wagon into a sailboat to resemble the one Crockett lived on, along with his pet alligator Elvis. Plus, we needed something to haul our souvenir go-cups and our wedding cake flavored pudding shots.
And cheers! Thanks everyone! Happy Carnival!
A dear friend officiated our wedding.
Flower girls, bubble ladies, traffic cones, please come forward.
Another friend, Lady Walker, was our official photographer. She's an expert at planning surprise proposals, and I'd worked with her a few weeks before the wedding to pull off an over-the-top surprise proposal to Andy, featuring many of our friends from Noisition Coalition, that band of weirdos where we first met many years ago. Lady shot our wedding wearing a costume she'd made herself, dressed as King George from the musical Hamilton.
We just got married!
So many other friends, loved ones, and strangers were part of our special day.
By the power vested in me by Orleans Parish, the Noisition Coalition, and the Church of Our Holiest Mardi Gras, on this sacred day, I now pronounce you married. You may kiss.
Mardi Gras was already my favorite holiday, and now it gets to be even more magical, forever. I love Mardi Gras and I love New Orleans because in a world where so many people want you to fit in a box inside of their narrow definition of the way that things should be, New Orleanians are particularly skilled at embracing their weird, at coloring outside of the lines, and at doing things their own way. The magic of Mardi Gras brings out the authenticity and creativity of people. And I am so grateful that I got to make a lifelong commitment to Andy on the most magical and weirdest of days.